Yo, welcome back to another video. This is a series of videos where I get every class in World of Warcraft to 1550 or above in solo queue. Why? I don't know. It seemed like a good idea at the time, honestly. And this video is going to be about my Devastation Evoker. So first things first, level it up, which happened last year sometime, and then I gear it up with the green PvP gear, jump onto the internet and grab a spec from somewhere, and then head straight into the battlegrounds. At this point I have no idea what the buttons do, I haven't even read them, the same as the last character. I think this is going to be a reoccurring theme. The first thing you're going to do is run into the middle and try and do your biggest ability with all your cooldowns, and of course I die, and that happened a lot. Then I try to do the world PvP quests, and I was like really surprised at how squishy evokers were. And I didn't know the buttons, didn't know how to kite, so I died a lot. So I gave up on that, went back to battlegrounds, blew that guy off the edge because I knew I couldn't 1v1 him. I deep breath those two dominoes because they're lined up nicely. It'd be rude not to when they're lined up, you know what I mean? Started looking into stacking a bit of verse instead of all mastery, but I decided against that because I'm obviously not a technical genius at this game. This fucking guy. This guy hunted me down multiple times just to assert his dominance over the fact that we're both evokers. And you know what? I would have done the exact same thing if I was him. So I have to respect it. And the only way I could get revenge was when he attacked someone else and I had to jump in and triple team him. Picking on me on one of these characters that I don't really, like I leveled it up and then I forget how to play. It's like hitting a target dummy. But you know what? The target dummy got revenge this time. And then obviously after that I scuttled back to the main city where he couldn't hurt me anymore. So I did some more battleground and then randomly I got this 1v1 chance with this warrior. You gotta be quick in a BG if you're 1v1ing because obviously someone will come along. And I already can't survive one person, so. And I'm getting a little bit better at this stage. I was able to kite him a little bit, get stuck on a fence, flying around a bit. I'm not dying as much, like I'm prolonging my life. And that's all anyone can ever ask, is that you prolong your life, make good life choices. That's another thing. It doesn't matter how much damage you do, I still think evokers suck. Like, they are buggy as hell. You can't use Dragon Roar downhill or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. Whatever. Dragon something. Anyway, you can't use it downhill. Every time there's a slight downhill, it just won't go off. You're like, fucking no, they're all down there. I just want to get them. They're down there. Nope. And in the battleground, the minecart battleground, you just get stuck on train tracks everywhere you go. And hover. Don't even get me started, man. It's called Deep Breath. I just checked Google. I should know this. I just bloody played this thing for a week. Each character has taken me about a week over the course of 2 to 3 weeks, and that's way more than I usually play. Anyways, once I had got a couple pieces of epic gear, just like the other characters, I jumped into the arenas and started trying to push some rating. Do you know what's interesting is when you start arena, you start at like 1500. So I think solo queue's been designed so that you're fully geared, you go in, you start at an MMR of 1500. And then your CR catches up to that and you can progress forward. Now what I've been doing is going into it with green gear, and then I win a couple and it'll go up to like 1700, and then I'll lose because obviously I get heaps of people who are actually really good at the game, and yeah, then I kind of lose my way back down to where my CR and my MMR meet each other, which is usually around 1300, and then I get stuck in that bloody 1300, 1400 mosh pit of purgatory hell. So I was thinking, you're probably supposed to come in here with full epics, and that'll make the whole experience easier. You can just skip that whole bracket altogether. So I'm gonna try that on my next character, which means I'll have to push 2v2s or 3v3s or raid battlegrounds or something to gear out, and it may take me longer to make the video, but it'll be interesting to see if it works. It also depends heavily on whether I choose a character that I can play okay or not as well. Like if I choose another healer, that's not going to work, but if I choose like maybe a warlock or even a demon hunter, like you could slap a dead fish on your keyboard and your demon hunter would get the killing blow on every single person in the arena. Anyways, back to the video. So there's one clip that showed just before and there's one coming up. They were just a bit fishy, like, I don't know, it was weird. I had been getting lots of wins and doing not too bad, and then all of a sudden, within an hour of each other, 2 solo shuffles with people from the same server where I get 0 wins. This isn't the first time I've come across something like this. It's very strange. On all my turns I've come across random matches like this that are just like weird. They're just weird. If you search their characters on Check PvP, you can see that they've played hundreds of matches, which indicates some amount of grinding, and that they have alts that are in different brackets. So you can see if someone was to be fixing matches, they would use this character to get people up from 13 to 1500, and then another character to get them from 16 to 17, 1800, and then another character to get them even higher depending on what the people paid for. One quick Google search and you can see like 3 or 4 websites that are selling this. So it's definitely real, and from what I've seen on the forums and Reddit, anyone who posts about it gets their post blown up by people saying they suck. Which is pretty funny. There's clearly people defending it, but anyway, if it is real, I can't do anything about it. So, I had to accept my fate and move on with life. Do some battlegrounds, do some quests, get some more gear, get some more crafted gear, and jump back into arenas. Before that happened though, I went on a 3 or 4 game losing streak, which I didn't record, but absolutely tanked my rating. This was all after the fishy arena incident. It made me so triggered, and it probably wasn't even the case, but then suddenly everything's a problem. And in this arena, the druid went AFK in the second round, so we were pretty much just getting free kills, free wins, and then the rogue got a touch of conscience and left. Now he's not wrong, it is cheap, but I really needed those wins. Am I part of the problem? Yes, you are. Get down off your high horse, you cheating son of a... With a couple extra pieces of gear, I was back on the road to victory. I was winning, I was dominating, I was doing heaps of damage. I was ready to claim what was mine. I was ready to take what was mine. To take my place amongst the legends, the gods, and be the best!
Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control? You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water.
Well, maybe not the best. Pretty okay for an average guy, I reckon anyway. This was my gear at the end of doing the arenas to 1559, 1569, whatever it was. I got the ring afterward, and maybe one other piece, but I can't remember. I tried to carry on doing arenas, but I sucked. So, all in all, Evoker is a complete glass cannon. It's weak as fuck, and it does a shitload of damage. And if you know how to play it, it's super annoying. And I don't really know how to play it that well, so I'm not annoying with it. That's the end of the video. Another one down. On to the next one. Peace!